I'm going to be honest with you. I also missed this update at first, but it's going to change everything. Here's what I'm talking about. As you can see, I have an empty calendar on my right, and I have a ton of tasks on my to-do list. And now I'm going to ask Claude to help me plan my week. And what's going to happen is Claude will now figure out my priorities that I've written down elsewhere in Notion. It will then start figuring out what open tasks I have, and then it will schedule them for me based on my priorities. And you can see it will start to fill up here, right? We have now our morning routine. That's a great start. We have to sometimes refresh Notion calendar to actually pull in these events. But you can see how it now starts these time blocks, right, that get added to my calendar as Claude is planning. So that means, right, that AI has now access to take actions in my Notion. It can know anything that I have in there, right? It can read databases, and then based on what I tell it to do, right, it will do these actions for me rather than just, giving me recommendations on what I should do. Yep, you saw that right. A normal AI tool just helped me plan my week in Notion. It added tasks, found my priorities and all the relevant information, and then it went ahead and scheduled when I should be working on them. And didn't just tell me these things, right? It went into Notion and it made these changes. It can add more tasks for me, right? It can help me journal and then write out these things and can do pretty much anything in Notion that I also otherwise could do. All based on a super simple prompt. And now you can set this up for free within 5 minutes and without knowing anything about coding or how to integrate with AI. Let's get started. Before we dive into the details, here's a quick look at how this works. It all starts with your normal Notion system, right? Your data in Notion that already lives in pages, in databases, basically whatever system you have. And then we add a cool new layer to it, and that is Notion's MCP. Now, MCP stands for Model Context Protocol, and it's basically a way that allows AI tools like Claude, right, the ChatGPT alternative from Anthropic, to access a tool and take actions there. As you might know, right, Notion has an API, so we can automate a bunch of things like, creating tasks, reading out information, doing actions. But until now, basically, that meant, right, us writing an automation. You have a lot of videos on my channel about it. But with this new MCP, we can tell a chatbot like Claude to, well, please go ahead and take these actions for us. And that means we're no longer limited, right, to this old AI workflow where we, take a screenshot of our Notion data and send it to Claude and tell us, based on these things, please help me prioritize my week, or, give me feedback on X, Y, Z. No, we can just tell it, well, look at the things in Notion and then take the actions there, right? Draft a document, edit something, or in this case, plan my week and set DO dates, right, due dates for all my tasks. So what do we need for the setup? Well, besides, of course, Notion and literally any kind of data in Notion, we need Claude, which is the chatbot developed by Anthropic, which is the competitor to ChatGPT. ChatGPT can't do this right now, but I'll keep a blog post linked in the description, and if that changes, right, I'll update this. For now, you need to go to Claude and you need to download the desktop app. A free account is generally enough to make this work, but you will see probably better results on the paid one just because your context window and your usage is higher. But again, you can get started with this for free. Next, you also need Nodejs to actually run MCP, right? This Notion Model Context Protocol, because it's kind of its own server that will run locally on your machine. You don't need to understand anything about this, right? All you need to do is to go to a link in the description of this video, and then depending on your system, right, you need to click, you pick this installer, right, go through the instructions there and have it installed on your machine. Claude will do all the heavy lifting for you, right? You just need to have it installed. So go there, install it, and then you're good to go. Step number 3 is to create a custom integration for Notion. Basically, we need to make sure that Claude is allowed to access pages in Notion. And the easiest way to do so is to go to notion.so/profile/integrations. Again, link for that below in the description. And here you are able to create an API token. What you want to do is you want to make sure you're logged in with the right account, and then you can click on New Integration. It will then ask you to, to give it a name and to pick the workspace where you want to install this. And then you can click on Save. After that, what you will see is you will get a page like this one here, MCP Matthias, the one that I have here. And most important are 2 things. Here, capabilities. This is where you set what it can do, right? So if you just want to test, how AI can retrieve information from your Notion workspace, but you don't want it to make any changes, well, you can simply untick these 2 elements, right? And it can simply read content. But for the full capabilities, you want to have all 3 checked. And then you want to get your secret, right? Which is the token up here. You're going to click on Show and then on Copy. And then you need to copy it in a safe place because we're going to need this in a second. Now, the last thing that we need to get in order to put everything together is actually the Notion MCP, right? This middle part that allows Claude, our AI, to talk to our Notion system. And we can download this with just a simple snippet from the official GitHub repo. Again, no need to work with GitHub. You can just follow the link in the description and then do exactly what I do, right? You want to scroll down here on this README, and you want to scroll down until you get to the point where it tells you to add MCP config. And this is the snippet that you want to copy. So here, just click on copy, and then we can actually add it to Claude and make sure everything works smoothly together. In your Claude desktop app, you want to launch that, right? And then you need to click to the top on Claude and then here on settings. And then on the settings page, I'm just going to pull up here, right? You're going to go to the developer sections. Now, if you haven't done anything here, there will be like a get started and an edit config option. In my case, since I've already added something here, right, I can already see that. But in your case, you just click on edit config. Now, the second you do this, it will open in your Finder on Mac or otherwise in the file extension thing for Windows, the Claude configuration file. And then you want to right click this, say open with, and just pick text edit app, right? If you're familiar with, you can also use any other text called Visual Studio, but text edit app is totally fine. Now, if you open this, you will see an empty thing, right? For me, I have already the server in here, but what you will see is just like two empty curly brackets. That's all you have. So you can simply then delete this and paste in the MCP data that you just copied from GitHub. So I'm just going to go through this, right? I go to GitHub, I go here, I will copy this, go back, paste this, and you can just save this by pressing Command S. Now, there's one more step that you need to do. You see here where it says, for your Open API and headers, authorization, bearer, and then NTN. Now, NTN and then these stars, this is the placeholder for your Notion API key. So the API key that you copied and saved somewhere, hopefully, right? You're going to go in and add it here. And it will be something like NTN, right? Underscore, and then, some long string of information. And after you've pasted this, you can then press Command S again to save it. And then you've done all the setup that you need to do. So I'm just going to paste my key in here, right? I'm going to refresh this after this video so you can't access my Notion. But that's pretty much all you have here. And after that, we press save. We can close this, and then you need to restart Claude once. Otherwise, it won't be able to process the changes, right? So you want to just close the desktop app and relaunch it. Now that Claude is ready, we only need to give it access to the specific parts of Notion, because just creating this access token is not enough to give it access to specific parts of our workspace. In Notion, we want to go to the database or the page or the area, right, where I want to collaborate with AI. And then we need to click on the three dots on the top right corner, scroll down to where it says connections, and then here make sure that the name of our token, right, in my case it's called MCP Matthias, whatever you have named your integration, right, you need to search for that in here and then add it to this page, and that way you can access the information here. For trial, right, I would recommend to not give it access to your whole workspace, right? That's very, very important. You will give AI commands, right, and will start executing and doing things. So just like, you wouldn't give an intern access to all of your system on day one and just tell it, well, make the changes that you think are necessary, you shouldn't give Claude access to all of your Notion workspace. So best to set up a new page, right, test this with a specific database, and then roll it out to the rest of your system. For the setup that I showed you at the beginning of the video, all that we need is basically a task database, right, with information about the task that I have. And then if you want to add more value to it, right, not just, have generic tasks, but also tell Claude, okay, what's important for you, well, then I would recommend that you create also a second page, which might be a priority journal, right, where you sort of list out the things that currently matter. Because then Claude can always review your priorities, right? It can then help you schedule things. And then you can have an introspection session later in the week, maybe on the weekend, and tell Claude, well, this went well. I got these things done, right? These things didn't go so well. Please, next week I need to do X, Y, Z. Help me update my priority journal. And now you're in the situation, right, where you tell AI about your week and the things that you did, and to ask it to please update my priority journal. Then it will write that information down for you. You can then, on another day, ask it, okay, let's have a look at what my current priorities are and schedule it, right? And you create this loop of feedback for AI and it taking actions, right, for you, which is absolutely insane. But enough said, let's test this again in action, right? We have our setup ready. And now the first thing that I'm going to do is, ask Claude, can you access my Notion via the MCP? And it will go off. And if you've set everything up correctly, right, it should respond with, yes, I have access. Now, if there are any issues with that, right, it might be either because you haven't restarted Claude after you edited the file, or because you have any issue with your token. That's typically the two things. But then we can now just give it a task, right? So, please tell me which of my tasks I was planning on doing on Monday, 2nd June 2025. right? And the more context you give it, right, of course, the easier it is for it to retrieve the right things. In this case, right, it will go in and will search for things. And you will see that at the first step, right, what it tried to do, right, was to just search for Monday, 2nd June and didn't find anything. So what it will then do, right, is it will try to figure out, okay, what are the things, like, how can I find the right information? In this new chat window, right, it doesn't have any prior knowledge of the system. So it then searches just for a task database. It finds a task database. And now that it has a task database, now it is able to figure out, okay, which are actually the tasks for, that thing. And this is a good example, right, where you can just give it more context. And if you start regularly chatting with that, right, it makes probably sense to set up just your general instructions for this so it knows all these things by default. But you see, with, just a bit of thought, it figured out, okay, these are my tasks that I have planned for the week. And if you just look back at, what my task list says here, right, planned for Monday, those are the things: start morning workout, right, my presentation, and so on and so on. And now I can tell it, I don't know, can you add 3 more tasks for Monday? Make up something. Right, of course, that wouldn't be my usual thing, right? I would tell it, okay, I have to also do these things. Please schedule them. But you see, it will go ahead now and it will create these tasks for me, and they will start popping up here on the side in my planned section. Well, okay, try that new coffee shop downtown, right? That's a great suggestion. I definitely will take it up on that. Let's see what else it comes up with. Take sunset photos at the park. Also a nice idea. And then probably like a third one later on line. So this is the basic flow, right, of the way that AI can now actually take actions in your Notion workspace. If you're curious about how you could leverage these kind of workflows for your team or company, well, you know where to find me. Just send me a message, link for that down below in the description. And now the world really is your oyster. Let's just say I will ask it to actually create a new database for me, right? Please create a new database for me to track, movies I should watch, add the typical properties that you'd expect from a movie tracker. Then research the 10 best movies of the last year and add them to this database, right? So otherwise, you would take these actions, right? You would probably figure out, okay, what is a plugin for like quick capture in Notion? You would write all these things down. But again, now you can just use natural language to tell your assistant to do these things for you. Of course, this is not perfect, right? It is limited to the capabilities of the Notion API. And the Notion API can do a lot, but it can't do everything. Most notably, what it can't do, by the way, that's a good thing. Whenever you use something for the first time, I will ask whether this is an OK command. I will say, yes, this is fine. Please go ahead and do this. But basically, what you can't do yet with the API, for example, is create linked views, right? And as you know, any good Notion system doesn't just use database, it will use linked views at some point. So you can't just ask it to, create a second brain system for me, right? It will be able to create a database, it will be able to create relations and entries in there, and even some sort of, like placeholder dashboards, but won't be able to create a whole system just yet. So I'm not out of a job as a Notion consultant, but this is getting really, really cool what we can do. So we see we have our movies to watch database while I'm talking, and it's starting to add some elements to it, right? Anora, okay, here's the director, there's the genre, right? We have the rating on there, okay, that looks good, right? The notes, and so on and so on. That's pretty nice. And right, we could now work with these things, right? We can take actions here, or we can keep telling AI to please, update this based on my preferences. And just to wrap up this demo, right, in order to actually have these tasks then show up in your Notion calendar, what you want to do is on your task database, right, create a calendar database. And this calendar database, make sure that you show the entries. Personally, in these systems, when I, schedule my tasks, I prefer to have 2 date properties in Notion. A due date, right, which is the deadline by when I have to do something, and then the DO date is when I plan on doing it. Because that way, right, I can separate my planning from, the rest of the system. And then once you've created this, right, you can just click on Open Calendar, and this will overlay it with your Notion calendar for this cool time blocking event that you saw in the beginning. You could even take it one step further, right? You can, with Claude, connect actually your Google Calendar so it can read your events and it can actually schedule these things in around your existing commitments, right? Absolutely insane what's possible with this. Plus, right, remember the priority journal as this quick way, right, to give it some structure on what matters to you. Because of course, right, if you just tell it to, look at my tasks and plan my week, that's not enough context. As always, context is king with AI. So the more information you can give AI as to what matters to you and what you prioritize, well, the better the output of the system will be. And now I have one last cherry on top of all of this, which has nothing to do actually with, specifically Claude and the Notion MCP, but is my preferred way of working with AI. Because you could, of course, say, well, okay, but I still have to type a lot, right? I could also go to Notion to do these actions. Well, yes, unless, what if you could just talk to it, right? One of my favorite new apps is called Whisperflow and just allows you to, easily do dictation anywhere in your system. So I've actually stopped writing with AI, right? I've never written as much as for this video in the past weeks and months. All I do is press a hotkey on my computer and then I just start, speaking instructions. So for example, hey Claude, please check all tasks on my to-do list off and set them to complete or done as the status. And then in a second, right, it just puts these things in. So now you're really at a level, right, where you just start talking with the system and will take these actions for you, right? Really this assistant level that AI has promised to us in the beginning, right? We now really can see how it starts to come together. And there you have it. Now you have unlimited AI support directly in Notion. That's absolutely insane. But of course, this is only as good as your current Notion setup. So if you don't have a good way yet to manage your projects in Notion, well, don't worry. I've got you covered. Here's a video that will walk you through everything you need to go from an empty page to a proper project management system in Notion. Just click here and I will see you in a few seconds.